Hey guys, so I came across this on Reddit, Reddit r slash eczema. So I've been reading about eczema quite a bit. I've been trying different things. I've been looking into things, trying all sorts of treatments, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It looks like it's spreading, and it's causing me some stress because I don't know what it is. Yesterday I ate some gluten, and then I had like 4 pieces of chocolate today, and yeah, it's getting on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie about it. So, in case you guys are wondering, well, Erica, why don't you just see a doctor, right? Why don't you just why don't you just get this treated? Why doesn't it just go away? The thing is there is no known cure for eczema. And I was looking at this on Reddit, and people said that, yeah, they agree that eczema is an inflammatory autoimmune disease. And during stress, our body releases a hormone called cortisol, and then after a while, well, you guys can read it. So this person says is that when they're in a constant state of stress, right? Their eczema gets worse, but then in the summer, right, when they don't have any classes, their skin starts clearing up. So they think it's a combination of maybe the nicer weather and then the fact that they don't have any school, or summer school, summer school isn't as intensive, that lowers your stress level. And I got to thinking today about it. I had to really do a self-assessment about myself, and I had to ask myself, Erica, how stressed are you right now? Seriously, how are you getting more stressed because of the eczema? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm a hell of a lot more stressed because I'm on a restricted diet. I'm trying to limit what I eat. Every time I eat food, I'm consciously aware, like, crap, I shouldn't be eating this. Something like as innocent as a burrito, I shouldn't be eating this. Something like 4 pieces of chocolate, 4 little squares of chocolate, you guys. Something like 1/4 of a candy bar, I shouldn't be eating this. And it gets me a little agitated for sure, because I think to myself, crap, maybe a flare-up is coming, and it's not healthy for me. So I got to thinking to myself, right, when I heard about this person saying in the summer their skin starts to clear up, I thought about my insurance job. And you remember my old insurance job I was telling you guys about? I had to quit due to health reasons. I had to get a colonoscopy and endoscopy because they had to check for ulcers. I was so stressed out, you guys. I was on my arm, right? And I think it's the same arm, to be honest with you. I think it was either one of the arms or both of the arms. I can't remember, but it was definitely at least my right arm. My whole arm broke out with this. So it's called keratosis pilaris. And this is when you basically end up a rash on your arms. And let me show you guys this. See this? So my skin was like this. It wasn't like pustular or anything like that. But it was basically, yeah, so like all over my arms was this kind of stuff. And it sucks. So you see this? See these little, they're itchy. It's raised, it's inflamed, and it's different than from what I have right now. So I have this one. This is what it looks like. So mine's is actually more like a square, and I had 2. Now I'm at, and then I can see that line of 3, and today I see 4. And I think to myself, shh, this is not good, Erica. This is not good. But also my stress levels is going up. So if you guys look at my community post, you can see that the day that Lewis and I went to Sheepshead Bay, my eczema was a lot better the next day. And yesterday I was kind of stressed out. And today I'm definitely stressed out. Yeah, my skin's getting worse. So I think how would I say this? I think I need to lower my stress. It just sucks because, like, the way this goes It's kind of like the first thing I do when I wake up is I check on my arm, and then I have to do these freaking yogurt treatments. And it's not a bad thing. It's just like I keep it on my arm, and then like throughout the day, I'm constantly monitoring my arm. And then I'm just doing research to figure out like how to treat this thing because again, there's no known cure for eczema. I've showed that to you guys before, and the way they treat eczema is they give you either a steroid injection or they'll give you a steroid cream, and they just want the problem to go away, but that doesn't figure out the underlying cause. And going back to what happened to my skin when I had this, so when I had a high stress, um, basically, oh, Oreo. Basically, what happened was is like I had such bad stomach pain. Like my stomach pain was, oh my gosh, it's like it was terrible. I was diagnosed with GERD, GERD. It's basically kind of like what was it, acid reflux, and I never had that before, but I was producing so much acid in my stomach because I was so stressed out that yeah, it was causing me stress, and that's why my arms were breaking out in this rash. And I can't remember if it was the left or the right, but I know definitely it was the right, for sure. It was probably both, but yeah, it went away. It went away when I quit that job, and then when I quit that job, it cleared up. And what stressed me out about that job is, you know, it was like the job itself. It was they didn't have enough workers, and there was just a lot of thing. But the difference between this is that I'm so focused up on my arm, and I'm so focused up on like the dryness or the itchiness, and I just want to find a cure for it, that it kind of consumes my life. And again, if I could just get, you know, like if I could figure out what was causing it, I would love to know. But the people don't know. People don't know what caused it. It's definitely It's definitely made worse by stress. So I guess the answer would be to that is I have to lower my stress levels. And if I don't lower my stress levels, 100%. Right now I have 4 little squares. Let me show you guys this one. So you see this person, they have 2. I already had the outline of a 3rd, and now I'm seeing the outline of a 4. So you see this? This is what I'm talking about. So for this person, for instance, right? And I can tell you how this thing works, okay? Well, at least for me, you get 1, and then you get 2, and then you get 3, and then you get 4, and then I'm gonna assume it gets so bad to the point where, yeah, you don't know. And I thought like, well, maybe it's because of body wash or something, right? That's not the case. I was so tired yesterday, I fell asleep without taking a shower, and yeah, I woke up today and I have the 4th patch. So I just noticed it when I was downstairs, and see this? Yeah, so it can get really bad. Yeah, see? So when you see my pictures, you see this kind of stuff. Oreo, stop that, Oreo. He asked me for food like a couple hours ago, and he wants food again. You know what? I'm just gonna feed him. Oreo, can you stop that? Yeah, he's running to the food. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, I went to the dermatologist for this. What's it called? Keratosis. Yeah, it's called keratosis pilaris, my bad. Look at this. And the doctor, I went to an actual dermatologist for it. And, oh, here it is. You see these raised, inflamed looking zit things? Oh, it's so itchy, you guys. It was really bad. See how bad that looks? I asked the dermatologist when I got it because it was just so bad. What can I do about it? And they said just moisturize. And he said, I can give you a moisturizing cream for that, but yeah, there's no cure for it. You just gotta moisturize. And I just lost faith. And I told you guys, like I've touched upon this job, like it was really bad. Okay. I saw coworkers crying on the job. Allegedly, people jumped off the building, kind of bad thing. People were getting overworked. People were working off the clock just to meet quota, and I was one of those people too. Because you were told like, yeah, you were basically told you were kind of like worthless. And yeah, the standards were terrible. And anyway, I mean, it was if you're a customer of that insurance agency, you would be very happy. It was a health insurance company. But if you're a worker, terrible, terrible. It was one of the darkest moments of my life. So anyway, I quit that job. I wasn't happy about it, but I was at my wit's end, and my doctor told me to quit because he told me the symptoms that I was having was similar to what he had seen in other people who worked at that company. But he didn't want to tell me that because he thought maybe, I would get better, but I was just getting worse and worse and worse. So yeah, I quit due to health reasons, and I was really messed up about it. But my skin cleared. My skin cleared. But with this, it just pisses me off because I get stressed about. It's not when I was stressed out about this keratosis pilaris. I was stressed out because of work. But with this stuff, I get stressed out because this thing itches and it burns, and then I try to find a cure for it because I know that, yeah, this is just one of those things where, yeah, there's no cure. And then I showed you guys like that steroid injection. It's freaking $3,000 a month without insurance. And some people, they spend years and years trying to find out what the cure for eczema is for themselves. Some people have to go on dietary restrictions. Other people say, do this or do that or do this or do that. And I've kind of like looked at the laundry list of things. And at this point, I think moisturizing does help, but it doesn't stop the spread. Right now, my arm is moisturized, but from what I can see, it really sucks because I look at my arm and I think I'm supplementing. I'm having a healthier diet than I did, significantly than I did last year, and it's just getting worse. And it just kind of like takes a toll on you mentally. Oh. Because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So it's just, yeah, I just gotta lower my stress levels. But it's just heartbreaking when you just see this kind of thing, and then you hear and you read about this stuff, and then you kind of look at yourself and you're like, why isn't this working? Yeah, some people, they talk about doing more supplementation. Some people say, oh, take cod liver oil or take this or take that. And I don't, I can't tell you exactly how much it helps, but I think definitely stress is one of those big ones. And yeah, it just really sucks. So yeah, every time I look at my arm, I'm cognizant about, it's just like, every time I look at my arm, it just reminds me like, okay, Erica, you're working through this, but it just breaks my heart when I see that the frickin' fourth patch. And I just saw it not too long ago. So I think that what's gonna happen is, so first of all, I had one patch, and then I had two patches, and then both the first and the second patch got worse, and then I saw the third patch. And then I thought, okay, let me up stuff, let me cut things out of my diet, and now I have the fourth patch. And yeah. So you can see the outline of it, but it doesn't itch right now. But the fact that I see a fourth patch reminds me that, frick, it's just, what happens when you get the fourth patch and you get the fifth patch and then it starts spreading. And, yeah, yeah, so it's just like I don't know what to stop. I don't know how to stop it, at all, except, the whole thing about lowering my stress levels. And, I'm gonna try and do that kind of thing. I'm gonna stay away from a lot of these eczema boards and everything. I'm gonna take out the freaking body wash. I don't know if that really made a difference or not. I looked at the date of the taking the body wash. We got it in July 2020. I started having skin issues around, I think, November or so, maybe November-ish, and then I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just a little dry skin. I said, oh crap, I gotta moisturize over here. And then I noticed it more and more, and weirdly enough, it's like the more I noticed it, the more worse it got. Now I just kind of hyper-focus on my arm. It's like I'm out enjoying myself, and then I look at it, I'm like, why the hell does my arm look so pissed off? And then I just have this whole cycle of yogurt mask and moisturizing. I mean, the moisturizer works. It definitely looks way more calmer than it did earlier today. But, yeah. So, upside is that it's not as itchy anymore. Bad side is that it is spreading. And if it's spreading, that tells me that there's just, maybe my stress level is way too high right now. If you guys know anybody with like eczema or psoriasis, seriously, if they tell you like it's a little itchy and you just see it and you're like, oh damn, that looks bad or something, just know that, yeah, their life could be absolutely like messed up because of this stuff. Or they could just be so, like, for instance, right, mine is on my arm, okay? I have to go out volunteering tomorrow, right? Whenever I'm starting to become a little bit more self-conscious about this. And it puts me in this kind of position that I understand more and more about why some people, they become antisocial, they have low self-worth or something like that, because depending on where it is, right, you can hide it. Like, I can hide it on an arm. I just ordered big bandages, and they're going to be coming in tomorrow. So I'm hoping that if I lock in the moisture and with a band-aid on, it'll calm down more and more. But we'll see. I also have things like, yeah, so I have exactly what in mind, what I'm gonna do about it, or try for it. And yeah, but for people who have it, let's say on their face, some people have it on their eyes, some people have it all over their body. For frick's sake, yeah, that's just, that could really take a toll on someone. So I count myself lucky that it's on my arm, and yeah, I could just cover it with a big band-aid. Like, it look weird having a 3-inch by 4-inch band-aid covering this kind of thing, but that's the only area that I have it right now. Knock on wood. And if it gets worse, then I don't want to think about it. But I can conclusively say that I didn't stop trying to treat this thing. Trying to figure out what could be stressors or in dietary thing. And I don't know, like, I refuse to think that freaking apple cake yesterday caused it to get worse. But yeah, I think my stress levels are just way too high. So and I only say that from this experience, right? Hearing from a dermatologist that, yeah, there's no cure on this thing. And after I did that, then yeah, my after I removed the stressor, then it went away. Yeah, so that's all. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna read chat really quickly. Yeah, my mom had eczema too. That's the other thing. You guys might have not, I don't know if everybody heard this, but my mom had eczema, and I know she had to get some sort of injection for it. I don't know what she was on. You know, my mom passed away like 2008, so I can't ask her. But yeah, I know she went to the dermatologist to get injections. And then my mom also ate healthier. So you guys see how I eat? My mom ate basically spinach with every single meal. She ate some fast food, but she ate very, very little fast food. She cooked her own meals. She didn't know, I know for a fact she didn't avoid gluten. She drank milk. She had eggs. She had definitely dairy. She had cheese. She ate meat. And yeah, I never saw her with a flare up. I saw like a little, but it wasn't that bad. But keep in mind, yeah, if she had an injection, that implies that she had a steroid injection. That's what I learned now. And I know my mom, when she went to the dermatologist, I felt like, oh, you know, it's just me being like a freaking, you know, dumb teenager that didn't know any better. A lot of people don't know too much about eczema, right? I felt like, oh, it's just a rash. Oh, it's just a stubborn rash. Oh, go away. But yeah, now I look at it and I'm thinking, frick, my mom had prescription creams. My mom had prescription creams, you guys. She had prescription creams for rash. And I really think that that was actually a steroid cream. Now that I look back on it, because I remember she would get these rashes and then she would put this topical on it, and then she was also getting injections. So with that in mind, right, that kind of tells me, okay, Erica, if your mom had that and your mom had to get injections, then most likely you're going down the same thing. See? So yeah, I wish my mom was alive so I could really ask her, you know, hey, did you notice anything flaring you up? But most of the time, you know, her skin looked perfectly fine. But I think, you know, my mom was that kind of person. Like, if she had some sort of skin issue or she saw something that needed to get fixed, she would instantly go over to a dermatologist. And when she was alive, that was one of the reasons why I was going to the dermatologist so often for my acne. I shared it with you guys. Like, I went, like, some people think I'm very anti, you know, dermatologist, or, you know, maybe I don't want to give them a chance. Look, I spent like about 2-3 years going to a dermatologist, what felt like every 2-3 weeks. I did every treatment on the market for my acne at that time. I did creams, I did facial washes, I went on antibiotics. I went on tons of antibiotics. I'm talking over 10 antibiotics. I did Proactive, in case any of you guys were wondering about that. What else did I do? I did some kind of laser, which, like, at the end of the rope kind of thing. I remember the dermatologist, and I was getting glycolic peels too. So that made me very sensitive to the sun. It basically is like an acid that removes like the top layer of your skin. So your skin is red, and yeah, just all this stuff trying to get down my acne. And my acne was really stubborn. And I look back at it and I thought, I have sensitive skin. Of course, if I'm putting all this like freaking salicylic acid or whatever kind of acids and creams were on my skin, if I keep putting it on, it's just going to get more and more inflamed. And what happens when my skin gets inflamed? Then it gets more irritated, right? And when it becomes more irritated, it doesn't, in my opinion, my skin didn't really want to heal. So I got so frustrated at the end because I did everything that they told me to do. And I got that $250 pop laser. I did it like 3 times, you guys. So it wasn't covered by insurance. It was really purely a cosmetic thing. But my family thought like, oh crap, you know, nothing's working. Well, let's see if this laser works, even though it's not sustainable to always get it done. Didn't really work. It kind of cleared up, but yeah, not very long. So anyway, yeah, the dermatologist told me that at that point all they could do was give me Accutane, and Accutane is it's what my PCP, my family doctor told me was, don't take Accutane because it's like taking a nuclear bomb to your body. And she had known me ever since I was like 3 years old. So I listened to her and I said, okay, you know, I'm not going to do it. And that was when I really lost hope, because I thought to myself, like, frick, Erica, you went to the top 3 derms of the frickin' state of Hawaii, My acne was not super cystic acne, okay? It was just like inflamed. It was from the tops of my forehead, on my cheeks, all the way down to my jawline. And it was like a bright red color. And yeah, so anyway, I just quit everything cold turkey. And then um, I got older, right? And then I decided I didn't really like bread as much. I just kind of like tapered off bread. I tapered off peanuts as I got a little older out of high school. When I was in high school, I was stressed eating bread a lot. I was eating pasta because I've always heard like, oh, fried foods is bad for you, fast food is bad for you. So, but if you eat like stuff from like Romano's Macaroni and Grill and you get a pesto pasta, it's all in olive oil, you should be fine. Bread doesn't hurt anybody. And yeah, so fast forward, right? I had a pretty low gluten diet, pretty much. And then what was it? This year or last year, I ate a whole bunch of bread because I was just gorging myself on bread, basically, because it was so tasty. And then I realized, like, oh, like crap, my skin's getting really bad. And that's the first time I ever made that link with crap. If I eat too much gluten, I actually break out. Holy crap. And then I look back at what happened in high school, and I wish one of these dermatologists to ask me, "Hey, what are you eating? What is your diet like?" But nobody asked me. Believe me, if they asked me or if they brought up something, I would have listened to it. I would have not put myself through all that time just going through these creams and topicals and antibiotics at all. So when I read about people who do have eczema and they do report about going to a dermatologist, and yes, the dermatologist says like use this kind of body wash or something, like I'll listen to it, right? But the treatment of choice will either be some sort of steroid cream or it will be a steroid injection. And I don't really want to take that. But I want to avoid it as much as I can, and I'm hoping that if I lower my stress level, then this thing will kind of clear up. But yeah, so anyway, because this kind of itchiness seems like I have it under control right now. You're probably gonna hear like a break for me studying about the eczema stuff or talking too much about it. I'll still take pictures of it so you guys can keep track, but hyper focusing on this stuff isn't good for my psyche. And I hyper focus on it because I'm irritated about it and I want to find a solution about it. But what I realized today is all the trials and errors in the world can have a negative effect on me if I start getting really stressed out about it, and then I don't want this thing to grow even bigger. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do some meditation and lower my stress levels, and yeah, it just when you hear about some people on Reddit like r/eczema, and you hear about people talking about going through like a really dark place or feeling like it's like they get so frustrated. I understand it. I understand it because I was reading earlier today. Someone had said something like, "How long do I have to keep moisturizing my skin? I've been doing that for over 10 years every single day." And I say, "Fuck." you know, And then some people say, oh, well, if you have to, if you're still having issues, maybe you need to up your moisturizer. And then there's other people who say, oh, no, 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 you don't want to have too much moisturizer because then your skin gets too used to not making the stuff necessary for your skin to retain the moisture because it becomes too dependent on the moisturizer, right? And I was like, fuck. So it's between like a rock and a hard place because some people say more moisturizer and other people say less moisturizer. And then you got other people who say, hey, I took the steroid creams and my skin is suffering as a result of it. There's this thing called steroid withdrawal. Some people say that they used the cream and then they had adverse effects to the cream, like it thinned out their skin, and even though they stopped it, it still leaves a mark on their skin. And some people, yeah, and there's other stuff too, but I haven't really read too much into steroid withdrawal because, yeah, I should to be well rounded about it, but man. Sometimes like people say they try to stay away from depressing stuff because it makes them even more depressed. When you go on any eczema forum, you'll see people who basically cry out for help, who people say like it's been ruining their life. They're trying to desperately find a cure. They scratch all day. They take pictures of what it is, and they say that yeah, they tried everything under the, they tried everything they could. And some people they take a steroid cream, right? It goes away a little bit, okay, and after a while it comes back, but it comes back with a vengeance. So you know what they have to do? They have to take a higher steroid cream, like a stronger steroid cream, and it just goes stronger and stronger and stronger, and then they just feel like, you know, that kind of stuff. So I don't want to end up with like, okay, Erica, you take a steroid cream, oh, it clears up, oh, wait a second, you got to go higher steroid cream. And yeah, I'm hoping that maybe for my skin personally, it's just flaring up because I'm just more stressed out about it. But yeah, look at this. Yeah, so if you read this kind of stuff, look at the 16 comments. Yeah, see? Oh yeah, oh wait, hold on. Can you guys see this stuff? Frick. Yeah, you guys can see it. People say, oh yeah, stress is totally a factor. Stress is much more of a fundamental issue medically than most people imagine. Mine definitely is. I'm also convinced hormones are a trigger too. And then there's also women who flare like clockwork at certain points in their menstrual. Yeah. See this? When I have time off or when I used to get breaks vacation, my eczema was much easier to manage. See? Stress is big, sugar, the vitamin D levels, that kind of stuff. Psychotherapy. Yeah. See, look at this. So this person, their mom passed away, and then after a few months of high stress, yeah, a few months of illness, the problem over a few months currently has me on dose of prednisone to dampen down the almighty flare that crippled my body. So, yeah, the worst stress in my life caused the worst eczema in my life. Yeah, see all these people? Changing my diet did squat for my skin, so there's no avoiding doing dairy. Yeah, I really do believe though gluten. I mean, I know gluten breaks me out. I have basically, you know, pretty much damn clear skin until I eat gluten or unless I have a lot of sugar, or if I'm really close or on my time of month. But other than that, yeah, I only flare up if I eat a ton of gluten. So that's why you don't see me eat too much gluten anymore. I still love it though. Yeah, see this? Look at this person. I know mine is, there was this one week my boss was on vacation. We had a constant no call, no shows from our cashiers, and one that ended up in the hospital. Us four lower management ended up running the store all 8 days by ourselves. I put in 60 hours of work that week and ended up running the store by myself a lot. I was covered head to toe in an angry eczema rash and I had started weeping that week. Oh, for frick's sake. I was absolutely miserable and it hurt to wear clothes. It cleared up when the stress of that hell week dissipated. Yeah, so that's the other thing, the two that if you guys don't have eczema, you might not realize what I'm saying. So when you see like, here, let me show you guys this really quick. So eczema doesn't just, it doesn't just get itchy. So don't think it's just like I'm dealing with a little mosquito bite, because when it weeps, and this is going to look a little graphic over here. Let me see. When it weeps, it basically turns into these like, see this? Wait, not this. My skin definitely doesn't look like that. See that? It creates this like, it kind of bubbles up and then it releases this yellow liquid, and then it feels like kind of sore. If I forget to moisturize for whatever reason, then my skin cracks. And then it starts stinging. And when it's weeping or when it's really sensitive like that, if I brush against anything, you guys, like a piece of fabric or something, it hurts. So yeah, that's why you don't see. That's why right now I'm not wearing any long sleeve. I don't want to rub really anything against this if I can. And when I get the bandages in tomorrow, I got these 3x4 inch bandages. Yeah, that should help a lot, because before I was putting bandages on it and it helped a lot, and I felt like that would keep in the moisture and then protect it from, you know, any possible allergens or irritants like cat hair or something. But yeah, so this person, for them to have eczema all over their body and it freaking weeps, oh my gosh, it's freaking terrible. Yeah, I feel really bad for people with really bad eczema, like all over, because you can see like this freaking what 3 inch. Well, now it's turning in bigger, but yeah, my active ones that are giving me issues only really like 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches together, right? If I put them side by side because they're a little spaced out. But yeah, if I had huge patches of it, oh my god, I would be freaking miserable. I would be really miserable. See, so you see people talking about eczema ruining their life. It goes on their face. It goes on their. Oh, this is an infected one. Look at this. It goes on their hand. Imagine that it's weeping and then you have to grab stuff, right? Freaking terrible. And then sometimes babies have it too. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that poor kid. You see how it's all over the face? I guarantee you this kid has to be. They actually have these mittens for people. So they don't scratch at their wounds, so they don't touch at their wounds. And I wouldn't be surprised, like if I'm sleeping at night, if I don't have a band-aid on it, I might be irritating my own skin, subconsciously. See, so like this kind of stuff. See that? See that weeping? It's just, yeah. So if my stress level flares up, this kind of stuff, this is what happens. And yeah, people don't know what causes it. People don't, there's no cure. It's really just management of symptoms. But definitely, I think stress flares up for me, and I do believe there's it's pretty damn sure that yeah, it's not gonna go away completely. I have to be very, very mindful, and yeah, but you know, just getting more knowledge about it. But yeah, so let me read chat really quick. Yeah, Gian said eczema isn't caused by lifestyle. You know what? Here's the thing. Like my mom had eczema, like I said, so I don't. I think that it could be exacerbated. It could be made worse by lifestyle. Because some people they cut out gluten and they said it goes away completely. It depends on the individual. But for me, I don't. It's not just gluten. I think that there's a genetic factor playing a part, and I don't think I suddenly overnight became sensitive to a load of food. I think that I think the stress is really what's causing me. And I had a good cry on stream. But yeah, I feel better right now. It's just, yeah. See, but yeah, so I've been trying to cut down the carbs. Actually, wait, no, I've been actually increasing my carbs lately. Yeah, because I've been going out. But frick, just me going out eating sushi, me just going out eating, yeah, Japanese food or something. Oh, for frick's sake. Like rice. Yeah, yesterday I ate sushi. You guys saw what I ate. It wasn't like really bad. I had like 2 pieces of shrimp tempura, which was terrible, by the way. Freaking terrible shrimp tempura. But yeah, other than that, it was good. Yeah, if you leave eczema untreated, it gets worse. If you have a flare up, just treat it and it goes away. After it goes, you look for the cause of the flare up. Yeah, yeah. No, I have been trying to take care of myself and my body. That's the thing that kind of surprised me because it's like I've been upping my investment in myself over the last month and then having this eczema, right? It's just like, yeah. Yeah, I do. I actually do I do moisturize. So I've did some research and they say that you need to moisturize within 2 minutes of getting out of a shower. Before they say water can work against you. So yeah, you should moisturize during that period of time. I was like, frick, that's a small freaking window. So, but now, yeah, now I've been doing it. Yeah, 16 to 20 hour fast. Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay, you know what? tomorrow I'll try and treat it as a fungal infection. Yeah, so I'll treat it as a fungal infection. We'll see how it goes. But freaking sucks. Yeah. No, 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 no. Some people. Okay, so here's the things. Yeah, so I've heard about the whole antifungal thing. I'll try that tomorrow, and then, so I have my bandages coming in, but I don't know. See, the thing that it, like, if it was a fungal issue, it would be very highly contagious, right? And it doesn't spread on my other arm. Lewis doesn't have it either, at all, and yeah. So, and I take a shower, so it's not like if I had it, right? And you have this like antibacterial kind of soap, right? All soaps are antibacterial. That it's just like if it was something, right? It would have killed itself off or something like that. But it seems like, yeah, it seems like depending on how it is, it just flares up or goes down. And right now, it's like it's not really living life. Because it's between like feeling like you're between a rock and a hard place, because it's like when you take so many things out of your diet, and inevitably you're gonna think like, what the hell do I eat? And yeah, I don't want to live a life where I have to think, okay, I can only eat this and this. I need to stray away from this, and absolutely I cannot eat this, this, and this, and this. So I rather deal with like a freaking flare up than just say no. The only thing I can eat is just meat. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll try to treat it with the antifungal and then let you guys know how it is. The fungus lives in the skin. Yeah. Yeah, so there's this thing called some people tried this. It's not they say like there's this thing called, what was it called? This one. Lotrimin. So some people say they try Lotrimin, and Lotrimin it's an antifungal, right? And they say like that could help. So it could help with itching, burning, cracking, which is what I have. Now I don't have athlete's foot on my arm, okay? But some people talk about this, and some people treat it for something like ringworm. And ringworm, let me show you guys this. See this? See? It looks similar, doesn't it? Doesn't it look similar? So when you look between that and nummular eczema, they look pretty similar. Yeah, I think that's a ringworm. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'll see how it goes, because you put it antifungal twice a day for skin. You keep doing it for another week. If it's not fungal, you move on to other ideas. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it, because I can't figure it out. But it just blows. See that? Again, ringworm is highly contagious. This is the reason why. Like some people, they say like, oh, if you have ringworm, you can easily spread it to other people. I'm sure if I've had it for like 5 months, I would have definitely spread it to everybody. But no, that's why I don't think. And then other people would say stuff like, oh, well, Erica, couldn't it have been if you were, out and about or something? When I started having this kind of issue, it was winter time. So yeah, I was always wearing like a jacket and stuff. And it's not just me wearing a jacket, it's me wearing a long sleeve underneath a jacket as well. See? Yeah. So I don't know. A lot of people have their own ideas about this kind of stuff. Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Geez. Okay. Athlete's foot spray in my one of my arms. Yeah. I don't know. Just. I'm not even wearing jackets right now. When I'm about. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But yeah. I wish it was something. I wish it was like it was so straightforward, but like the way it is and the way because it flares up like this, it's just like sometimes it'll be really calm, and then other days it'll be really angry. And I notice on the days that I'm more stressed out, it flares up more. And then the days that, it's like I'm not too stressed out, it seems, I don't know if it's just my mindset or what, but it seems like it's less, definitely less the day after we went to Sheepshead Bay. Yeah, I didn't have my mind on the freaking eczema. But yesterday it's like that was on my mind because I was looking at my arm and I was like, geez, it's really agitated. It's really mad at me. Yeah. No, I don't garden. That's the thing. I don't garden. I don't garden. Yeah, I don't know how it would happen. Maybe my hand rubbed against something. Who knows? Yeah, maybe it came from, I don't know where it came from. I have no idea. But whatever it happened, you know what? I'll try and treat it like a fungus. I'll treat it like a fungus and then let you guys updated about that stuff. But mine would disappear for months and come back. Oh, jeez Louise. Why would it? How could it disappear for months and then come back? That's so strange to me. And the only reason why I say that is that I would think if it's like some kind of dormant fungus, right? Wouldn't it just be at the same base level versus like completely disappear? Yeah, yeah. We'll see. But yeah, it just sucks. So yeah, it's just it. Look at those people. Oh. Look at this. I figured out drinking tap water is my trigger. So yeah, I think I also shared with you guys that I have like rash on my body today, on my chest area, and I was like, how the f did I end up with rash? And, ugh, who knows? Who knows? Chlorine, hard water, chlorine. Reverse osmosis water. Yeah, New York has soft water, so I don't. Yeah, I don't. New York doesn't have hard water, but that's another thing. Like some people install water filters into their shower. Oh, look at that. Oh, see, look at this person. They just posted this 3 days ago. What people do? Yeah, see this? See this person? I really feel for them. See? So yeah, they seem like they have it under control, but they can't take a hot shower. They can't sweat. They got to wear special clothing. They have skin medication. They have skin routine. Everything that they do is all surrounded with their eczema. And then Can't wait until there's oral medication. What is Dupixent? Why does that sound so familiar? Was this discontinued? No, it wasn't. What is this? This is... I remember I was reading that one thing got discontinued. Oh, this type of steroid. Oh yeah, it's a steroid. What? What's an oral medication? Oh, look at that. They changed insurance. Look at this. Yeah, the old. I had eczema once and I used shea butter and cured it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh no, look at this. Oh crap. Let's go back. Ah shit. I just had to click on this. Oh no, look at the happy face. Oh fuck. Oh. Oh, look at this person. Oh, they tried some... Your eczema looks like mine. Try some Canatin cream. Use for the cream. Let's see. Oh, look, it's another foot cream. See, it's another athlete foot cream. See that? Canada's #1 antifungal cream. What's the main ingredient in here? Clobit oh, it's Bayer standard. Is that what that Motrin thing is? Yeah, see? What do these people use? I've been showering without soap, and this seems to help to the point with clearing it completely. I don't use shampoos. Wow, I don't use shampoos and I don't use soap. Dang, I can't imagine how it would be if I didn't use any shampoo or soap. My theory is it wipes off oils your skin needs to keep sauce. Of course, if you're a mechanic, then comb my. Oh my god. Man. Yeah, so. So this person, yeah, jeez. No soap. I don't know about that. I did read something interesting. Some people said that... Some people were saying that for the body wash that we use right now, this is the body wash that we're using. Let me show you guys this. So I was curious about the body wash because I thought, well, let me see. So we actually have the sea salt and citrus. And the reason why I got it is because it was like a natural body wash, sulfate free. And then I took a look at it today. And I was reading, let me show you guys this. Where is it? Where are you here? So someone said that, yeah, their eczema flared up really bad. And then they said that they figured that one of the reasons why it flares up is because the soap runs down their arms when they rinse. And I kind of thought to myself, I was like, maybe that's why it's going freaking backwards. Because if you guys ever see it, the way this flare up goes, it's like that. If I was rinsing off, right, and I had my hands up, the water would go down from my wrist all the way down to my elbow, right? And it seems like it's increasing towards my elbow. Yeah, it's all going downwards, closer and closer to my elbow. So, anyway, I thought, well, if it is causing a flare up and it is going towards my elbow, which would make sense if it's going down my arm. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Other people say that. Yeah, that some people say it's like okay for them. Other people say that, yeah, it irritated them. But we were using this for about 10 months. Some people say it hasn't made their eczema worse. But anyway, I thought, let me just get rid of the body wash. I'm going to personally stop using it. We have a whole bunch of this. Lewis doesn't have any issues with it. So, yeah, you can continue using. So I'm going to switch over to Dove Sensitive Bar Soap because, why? Because yeah, someone said like a dermatologist recommended that over body wash because the body wash is like extra fillers or something like that. You guys can read my community post that I posted about it. So, yeah. No, it's like a small little patch. It feels like a little rash, and I'm like, frick. But, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna try that. But anyway, yeah. So my arm is not really itching. It doesn't. It looks like it's calmer right now, at least for now. Actually, I take that back. It is itching a little, but at least it feels a little more moisturized. I just gotta take my eye off of this. But it's cold, so guess what happens when it's cold? Then I put on a jacket, and then when I put on a jacket, it rubs against my arm. So that's where the band-aids comes in. Yeah. So I gotta get going, you guys. I gotta go over to Manhattan. So I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, I'm gonna try the antifungal thing. Seriously, I'm gonna pick it up because whatever I'm doing it isn't working. It really isn't. I don't want to cut out carbs for the rest of my life. In case it was a high carb intake, I don't think gluten would cause it to get this aggressive. Could be wrong, but yeah, we'll try the antifungal, see how that works for a week, and then I'll report back to you guys, or you guys will see post about it. Hopefully it goes away. If it does go away 100%, then I'll be making a video about it, and I'll say, for anybody who has that, like, use it if the antifungal works, because yeah, there is a possibility that if it is a fungal issue, right, and it does clear up, there might be people who do have eczema and it is increasing, and maybe the dermatologist just gives them a topical steroid instead of treating it as a fungal issue. And yeah, I've looked on like eczema forums and things like that, and they don't really give you much help. They'll tell you what to do, like moisturize, don't take warm showers, watch where you're eating. They say cut out dairies, cut out meat, cut out eggs, cut out gluten. It's like, what the f do you eat? Do I just eat a salad all day? Oh, some people say cut out soy. Well, okay, I can't even eat tofu. Just drives you crazy. Really, cut out the nuts. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Cut out cheese. Yeah. The only thing I don't hear people say is cut out fish. I haven't heard that, but some people say shellfish or fish causes them to have eczema flares. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I'll see how it works out. But anyway, thanks for the advice. See how this thing goes, and if any of you guys have eczema or psoriasis, seriously, I hope that there's a cure for that stuff soon, because this can drive someone definitely crazy. And I know this is terrible for me to say it, but I don't know how I would react if this was like on a much more visible area of my face. Like if this was on my like eye or something, or my eyelid where it is for some people, or like right on the side of my face, I would have been so self-conscious. And I can be very, very candid about that with you guys. So the people who do have eczema on their face, they have like, it's itchy and it's sore, if it's cracking, my heart really goes out to them, because when people look at you, the first thing that they look is your face. And again, it's easy for me to cover this stuff up, but yeah, I still deal with things like, crap, if I'm going out, I don't really want people seeing this stuff, because if it's irritated or if it rubs against clothing, then I know it's going to start weeping, and this is what happens if you don't have a band-aid on it, right? And yeah, so again, the band-aid is coming tomorrow, but yeah, yeah, and if I had it on the back of my knees or something, frick, that's really, on my hand, my palm, or something like that, or, the bottom of my palm, that would be bad. But yeah, I really hope that there's a cure for this kind of stuff. And I'm not just talking about steroid creams or steroid injections. I hope that people can get to the bottom of it. And I really pray that people with psoriasis and eczema have a cure, because there are some people who are truly suffering out there, and they have really, really bad, like the whole freaking body, or it's like huge patches of area. And those people, it's like they're not really living their life, because they're just in a lot of cracking, itchiness, dryness, weeping, and pain. Yeah, so anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna get going, and yeah, I just needed to make this little video and show you guys, or like document the whole process about, even though you have this like journey and you're very optimistic, you end up with what seems to be, you think like, oh, okay, you can figure it out. Maybe it's not so simple, or maybe it really is simple. Maybe it will just be really that antifungal cream which will clear it up, right? Yeah, I'll talk to you too later, anonymous individual. I know you've always been telling me about the antifungal. I know that, but sometimes it keeps slipping my mind, because I think like, oh, okay, here's a concoction I can make, or here's another concoction I can make. Oh, let me read about this. Oh, let me read about that. And oh, this person says this helped. And yeah, but there's only so much you can do. Besides, well, what else could I do besides an antifungal cream? Have a water filter. Make my own like salt water. Some people say that they do salt water soaks. I'm already doing oatmeal and milk baths. I'm already doing yogurt mask on my arm, and that helps. That definitely helps. So hopefully this thing clears up, and if it does clear up 100%, I would be making dedicated streams about how to treat the itchiness, because yeah, I think I've been pretty hyper focused on killing the itchiness. It was a lot more itchier today, earlier today, and I was a lot more pissed off today, and yeah, it looks happier. Yeah, maybe that good cry, helped me out. Hopefully, maybe it'll clear up tomorrow. Who knows? Yeah, I think I cry on this channel way more than I expected it to. It's just like, you start streaming, and then you kind of think like, oh, frick, and then I read the things that you guys share with me, and then, I just like, frick, I get but you guys help me a lot. You guys have given me suggestions about things. Someone recommended Manuka honey, so I got some Manuka honey from Trader Joe's that has like 10 plus UMF, and I wanted to see how that worked, so that's why I got the bandages. I know, yeah, I got the bandages because I thought, oh, maybe I can make a dressing for it. But besides that, right, I could also use that. Use the antifungal cream and see how that thing is. And Erica, no, some people say that you go over to Hawaii and then your skin clears up, like the ocean water. My mom used to actually go to soak in the ocean, and she called it the healing waters. And I never asked her about why she considered it healing waters, truly. But I know sometimes she said she felt crummy, so she would take a dip in the ocean. My dad would drive her over there, and then she would say she felt much better. And I know sometimes she went pretty often, and now I think back on it, I'm like, maybe she had a flare up. But you know, she's my mom wasn't that kind of person like to tell me too much about her like skin issues or something. The only reason why I knew that she was getting the injections is I accompanied her to a dermatologist one day, and I was sitting with her inside of the doctor's office, and that's when she disclosed all this kind of issue. And yeah, I remember he gave her an injection. And I guess it helped. That was like the first time I ever heard about my mom, having skin issues. But I also do remember she had medicated creams for for her skin, and I don't know what it was. It's like I never asked my mom, like, oh, exactly what was your routine, and it's one of those regrets that I have in my life. Like I don't have too many regrets, but my mom looked really youthful for her age. She looked her eye bags were way less than mine, and she took really good care of herself. And I know she was taking supplements, but I don't know exactly what they were. But she had really good skin. She looked really youthful, and guess what? She wasn't on an all meat diet or anything like that. And I wish, I really wish that she was alive so I could get her guidance about certain things. And but she passed away when I was 19, so that really sucked for me. But yeah, she looked really good for her age. She looked better at her age when she passed away at 49 than I do at 32. Even with all the stuff that I try and everything, like she just looked really radiant. But yeah. Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't. No, some people say that in the eczema forums. They said they went over to the Bahamas or they went over to Hawaii and then their skin cleared up because of the salt water. Some people actually try to make their own salt water. Like they'll put in like sea salt inside of like their sink and then they'll soak their arm or whatever in there for I think 15 minutes or so. So yeah, I was thinking, well, oh, maybe I should get some Hawaiian sea salt and make my own ocean inside of the tub. No, I didn't. You know what? Let me copy and paste this. Beyond Soap. I have not read this. This is like today was the first time I actually thought about my the body wash. Let me show you guys this really quick. So if you look at the ingredient list, this is the other reason why I changed it, because if you look at it, it says, hold on. It says that citrus and sea salt over here. And I thought, like, man, my skin is freaking damaged. Maybe I really shouldn't be putting direct soap with sea salt on my skin. Maybe I should be a little bit more careful on that. This thing also has perfumes in it. See, natural fragrance. So it has coconut cleansers, plant-based cleansers, softeners. It looks fine to me, but the whole thing about the natural fragrance, some people said that might be an issue. See, and then I don't know how skin reacts to pink grapefruit essential oil. But either way, I'm probably better off with the bar soap. If a dermatologist recommended it and someone else said that they see the same thing. Wow, look at that. Oh. This is the first time I've ever heard about this. I'm going to gloss over it and see what the reviews or what people say about this thing is. I think sometimes soaps can be very, very stripping. And I think sometimes people are addicted to, like, so they go to Bath and Body Works and then they get those, like, nice, like, vanilla sugar soaps. And I used to be a big fan of those kind of things. But as I get older, especially with my skin issue, right? Like, I don't want any of that freaking scented stuff anymore. Because if you end up with, like, some kind of rash, and I've said this on my community post, let's say you have okay skin, right? And then you end up with some kind of rash on let's say on your arm, right? Or on your chest, right? And then you ask yourself, like, what the hell's causing it? And you're trying to cure it, or you're trying to put some kind of cream on it, it's still not going away. What if your body wash or what if your soap is causing the issue? What if you've developed a sensitivity to something inside of the soap? So in order to avoid that from happening, my thinking is just go use an unscented soap. That way, if you end up with some sort of rash or some kind of like skin issue, you can't blame your soap too much because you're already on a sensitive skin, no fragrance kind of soap. See? So, yeah. I just, yeah, I don't want to use any of those like sugar cookie kind of soaps or hand soaps anymore, really. Like a lot of that stuff you got, and I can say this because it's like I look at certain things, and even like for things like artificial fragrances, I look at it and I'm like, damn, it might smell really good or it might seem really good, but at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of chemicals. And we don't, and I know some people go against me here, but we don't know really what the long term effect of us inhaling certain scents are, especially like manufactured scents, right? So something, let's say, like a faux, I don't know, something like if I want to make, yeah, let's say something like a warm cinnamon bun scent, right? I might be like, oh, this smells so good, but if I don't know what the long term effect of that is, it kind of makes me think like, is this really healthy for me to like inhale, let's say, candle, like an artificial candle smell for hours and upon hours every day? I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So I don't really I don't burn candles anymore. I stopped using my diffuser as well. I used to turn on my diffuser and I thought, oh well, what if my skin was sensitive to something in the essential oils and the essential oil was spraying onto my skin somehow? And then yeah, that wasn't the case because I stopped using it and my skin's still the way it is. Oh wow, natural fragrances are a lot most energetic. That makes sense. That makes sense. And some people they might not think about it. They were like, "Oh, what's wrong with it? I got my little Pacific Ocean or my Hawaiian beach scent from Bath and Body Works. Yeah, this can't be causing it. It has to be something else. Maybe it's some kind of fluke, and they never want to part with their scented candles or their body washes or their freaking artificial hand soap. So yeah, unscented is really the way to go for me moving forward. It sounds boring, right? It sounds boring for me to say it that way, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to like if this thing does like cure up or something like that. I really want to limit my exposure to a lot of the artificial stuff because I see how my life, my quality of life is now with this stuff, and it's not good. Yeah, yeah. So no, I think it's. I don't think it's caused by stress, but I think it could be caused by stress, but it could also be caused by prolonged periods of stress. Possible, right? Possible. It definitely does cause a flare up. I don't. People don't know what the cause of eczema is, but I can tell you this straight up. When I was really stressed out about my freaking insurance job, there is no reason. Uh, there is no reason why I ended up with this keratosis. I keep thinking it's Kelaris, but yeah, it's keratosis. And yeah, the only reason that went away from me is I quit that job. Um, so yeah, but for me, see that. But yeah, for me, the freaking feedback loop of me trying all these things for my eczema, me getting stressed out about it, is not helping me out. So I need to just focus on other things. Um, yeah. Oh wow, really blew my idea of skin vitamins. So wow, I didn't even think about having good bacteria on our skin. I always thought of our skin like a window. You want to keep the window clean. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look into that skin biome and stuff like that. Or maybe I'll use less soap on my body. That could be another option too. I don't know how anonymous individuals may be like, oh, the fungal is gonna get out of control. Hopefully not. I'll pick up the fungal cream though. So yeah. Anyway, I gotta get going. I said I was gonna be in Manhattan at freaking 8 o'clock, and now it's 7:38. But yeah. So thank you guys, for being so patient with me. I know you guys have been screaming, go with the antifungal, go with the antifungal, and yeah, I recognize that my path is not working. So I'm gonna go with the antifungal, and I'm gonna bandage it up so I keep the moisturizer, or at least bandage it at freaking night, because I don't want to be. I think I might be involuntarily scratching at night, and if I am, that would make kind of sense. Right? It's like at night I'd be like, oh frick, this is so itchy, let me scratch it. Or I roll around, or maybe cat fur gets on it or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll keep you guys updated. yeah, if you guys have any stress, try to manage it, because yeah, I think I flare up when I get